I find that if someone changes things, it's very triggering for me. I have quite heavy anxiety, and it's like something that really fluctuates, but something that can make me go from none to 100 is if I have a set agenda for the day and something interferes with that. So if I've agreed with someone that at 3 o'clock I'm going to meet them for coffee, and if they then change that, I'm likely to cancel the whole event purely because of the anxiety that it triggers in me. And I think like you're all nodding that it probably resonates with you lot too.
And I think another issue that I have as well is when I have a different definition of when something is organised compared to someone else. So as far as I'm concerned, like if I've said to someone on Facebook, how about we meet 1 p.m. this day, and they say yes, that's organised, that's in the diary, that's the thing that we're doing.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
Look, I usually get anxious about routines and changes when I'm travelling. Like usually I can get by without a plan or a routine. But when I'm travelling, I have to have everything planned out. One time I was on the train, and one of the trains got cancelled, and I had no idea what to do. I was really panicking. And I started having an anxiety attack in the station. And this dude came up to me. I had no idea, never met him before, no idea who he was. And he was asking me, "Are you all right?" And I told him what was the matter, and he helped me get back to where I was. He helped me. He directed me to a bus. And for some people like listening on sort of like neurotypicals might think it's a bit silly, because usually like train cancellations or just travel cancellations are just kind of like an inconvenience, and it is something that happens for me and a lot of people on the spectrum.
When I was 12, I moved school, but when I got there, I was really, really stressed by it. I found it just impossible, and I was really, really unhappy for the first term that I was there. And there was a single teacher after the lesson asked me, "How are you settling in like a kind way?" And that was 10.5 years ago, and I still remember that like throwaway question, because it made such a difference to me, because I felt like there might be somebody actually considering the fact that moving school was a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
And I ended up staying there for another 5 years.
But when you know that they understand, it really has a sort of warmth inside you, that you don't feel alone. Like you said about that teacher, that you said, "How you're settling in." It's nice to feel like that, because it makes you feel safe and not the only one.
So I think the most helpful things that people can do is, first of all, just be aware that anxiety is going to be there, and sort of give you the space you need, but also try and get rid of all of the other blocks. So giving you step-by-step instructions to help you with that processing of information, making sure that when you get there, there's somewhere, and you're arriving in this new venue, that there's somewhere you can go that's maybe better from a sensory perspective, so that you don't have too much noise and you can sort of settle in quite easily. Making sure that you make really clear what isn't changing about the day. So I think it's about recognising the anxiety will be there and doing everything you can to help with the other aspects of the experience.